Hi everyone. The most exciting time of the year is, of course, the holiday season. It's my favorite season, and I'm sure it's many other people's favorite time of the year. And especially for children, they really love the holidays, but sometimes a little too much fun could happen. And when that does happen, in this video, I really want to address how you can avoid overstimulation and really celebration burnout for both the child and yourself. So visions of, sugar plums make us think of the holidays, children's celebrations. Indeed, they are, but it may be helpful to think about them from a 1-year-old's perspective, for example. Your child at 1-year-old is really between borderline of babyhood and childhood. So as a 1-year-old, they're not really able to regulate their emotions completely, and they're not able to cope with their own excitement and fatigue that the holiday season can bring naturally. And this doesn't mean you have to trade in your jingle bells for a Grinch suit or anything like that. But however, I found that small adjustments in your family's routine during the holiday season that's all that may be needed to help your child cope through the holiday seasons, or make it much easier for everyone and make it more happier without so much stress during the season time. The greatest holiday pitfall really is for overstimulation for a child. Too much of anything could be almost hard on a person, and whether your youngster finds this season celebration overwhelming, it all depends on their temperament. Some children are fine during all the holiday celebrations and stuff. They're okay when their routines kind of bothered a bit, but others may not have that same kind of temperament. So it really makes a huge difference to help your toddler or 1-year-old really stay on their routine and sleeping patterns as much as possible during the busy season. Compensate for occasional holiday goodies by giving your child simple nutritious meals at their usual meal times. Make sure that your child gets all the sleep that they're accustomed to having on their normal schedule. And if they have a regular babysitter or a daycare, stick to that routine much as possible. Your child will be overstressed at some point during the holiday season. So to help you unruffle your 1-year-old during this time, I've come up with 8 tips that may be very helpful for you. So tip number 1 is to take your baby for a walk or a ride on the stroller, or in the stroller, sorry. Even in the cold weather, a breath of fresh air and a change of scenery is something that will help not just the baby but you as well. So definitely give that a go. Bundle up and get out there just for a few minutes makes the hugest difference in your day. So I definitely suggest that. Tip number 2 is to take your child to a quiet corner and just look at a book together. It's simple as that. Choose one of your baby's favorites, and skip the holiday stories if you need to have a break. Just read, be in a quiet space. Again, that's definitely a different change in scenery when during the holiday season there's a lot of holiday parties that you might be attending. So this is something that will really help you rejig and get your baby calm and bring that stimulus down a bit. Tip number 3 is to give your child a long and warm bath. And it wouldn't hurt if you have one as well with baby if you feel comfortable. But definitely encourage that. Again, it's something that just relaxes our mind and body at the same time. Put your little one for a nap. That would be tip number 4. It might take a bit longer than usual to unwind, but it definitely will give the babies the escape that they need from all the excitement that they may be going through. And tip number 5 is if you're someone that's who's the one that's stressed out more than baby, then let someone else take care of your little one. Just for an hour or two, try trading off with your neighbor who may already have a child as well, or someone that has a similar age child with you, and have that break for yourself, because it is needed and you need to take care of yourself, very much so. And if your child uses a pacifier or a lovey, make sure it's nearby all the time. Baby can use these objects to calm themselves, especially when they're overstimulated by the festivities. Tip number 7 is to sit down in a quiet place with your child to offer them a nutritious snack. Again, simple as graham crackers and milk or fruit and cheese, whatever it may be, just having that quiet time, similar to the tip around sitting down and reading. It's just having a nutritious meal away from, the cookies and the Christmas big chocolate chip cookies and things like that. Take a break from that and have a good nutritious meal with your baby in a quiet spot. And number 8 is plug in the tree or the lights, light the candles, and just quietly sit in the dark and enjoy the glow. Just take it in. Just take a second and be happy and grateful for, no matter how chaotic the festive season is, and this is really a time families come together, and sometimes that could be a stress on its own, depending on relationships you may have with your family members. But it's a great time to really take in and be grateful for, having your little one and being able to experience everything that we're able to experience. There's many people out there that, maybe they don't have the opportunity to celebrate. Maybe they are in a need where they have to work during the holiday seasons, and they don't really get to be with their families. And if you have the opportunity to just sit down quietly and just sit back and look at that Christmas tree or decor you may have, or just going outside for a 5-minute walk, enjoy it all, take it all in, and appreciate it very much. So I hope those tips were helpful, and I hope to see you guys soon.